The EU countries missed the June 9 deadline to adopt the Pay Transparency Directive into their national laws. Why? And what does it mean for workers? The Pay Transparency Directive forces companies to disclose salaries, to report gender pay gaps, and gives workers the right to know what colleagues in equivalent positions earn. Some countries made it. Italy's legislative decree 1996-2026 came into force just right on time. But across most of the EU, the deadline passed without legislations being finished. So what does the directive actually require? From June 2026, employers across the EU must post salary ranges in job ads before the first interview, drop questions about a candidate's salary history, let workers request pay data on colleagues doing equivalent work, and document the gender-neutral criteria behind every pay decision. The challenge is to close Europe's gender pay gap, which it still sits at 11%. And the logic is simple. You cannot challenge a gap that is not visible. Employers with 150 or more workers must regularly report pay gap statistics broken down by job category, quartile, and variable pay. And if an unexplained gap of 5% or more shows up, they must open a formal joint pay assessment with worker representatives and fix it. The directive lifts also the burden of proof. Today, a worker who suspects pay discrimination has to prove it themselves. Under these rules, if the employer hasn't fulfilled its transparency duties, it's up to them to show that there is no pay discrimination. But that only works where the law has actually landed, and the picture across the EU is fragmented. Italy, Slovakia and Lithuania were the only countries to fully adopt implementing legislation. Belgium, Malta and Poland had partially transposed the rules. The Netherlands formally announced a delay aiming for January 2027. Ireland confirmed it would miss the deadline. Greece has published its draft legislation at the beginning of June. Estonia signaled it might rather pay EU infringement fines than implement the directive as written, and 5 countries, including Austria, Hungary and Luxembourg, had taken no action at all. And the Commission made it clear. Countries that miss the deadline may face infringement procedures and potential financial penalties. But the weight falls on workers and companies and not governments. Without national laws in place, EU-level rights exist on paper, but the tools to enforce them don't. Workers can't yet use local courts to claim pay data, employers don't know which national rules apply, and multinationals face a patchwork where staff in one country have full transparency rights, while colleagues in another country do not. Legal advisors are already warning companies, don't wait for your government. Courts are starting to read existing equal pay law through the lens of the directive, raising the bar even before national legislation is finalized. For companies with 150 or more staff, the first formal pay gap reviews are set in 2027 with data from this year, 2026. For the full story, read our in-depth explainer on euronews.com.